Welcome to CBN4's Primetime News Package. I am your presenter, Sheena Harry. First off in the news, participants in the 2016 Carnival Mother's Queen Pageant were presented with a host of prize packages during the awards ceremony held over the weekend. According to Secretary-Treasurer of the committee that organizes that show, Claudine Charles, the proud mothers put on a show to remember, and in doing so, helped the committee realize the goals for that show.
Also, we wanted to highlight the talents of our mother. As you can see, our mothers, they did put on a good talent for that night of the show. We also assisted our mothers on building their self-esteem and confidence in themselves. Before I leave,
Charles went on to say that there is an abundance of talent in Dominica, and the show is an ideal platform to showcase those talents. Newly crowned Mother's Queen Una Reynolds thanked the sponsors for their contributions, the other contestants for their performances, and also thanked the committee for putting on a show that has significantly impacted her life.
Before I leave, I remembered on the night I stated I was a flower waiting to bloom. Since my participation in this show, I have indeed bloomed, not into only a radiant flower, but it has helped me countless ways.
Reynolds said that she was both humbled and proud to have been a part of this competition. And representative from the Mother's Queen Show Committee, Claudine Charles, said that another one of the goals of the competition was to make a difference, not only in the lives of the contestants, but in the lives of the general public. And she made her statement during the awards ceremony over the weekend. Charles noted that the committee will donate some of the proceeds from the show to a needy organization.
also we were able to give back to needy members of our community. So today, you're going to witness we presenting a small contribution to Education Trust Fund. We would have loved to give more, but because of our financial constraints, we were giving a small contribution. We also took note that we would like to also assist in future. So this is just a beginning of a relationship we would like to have with the Education Trust Fund.
Charles expressed her content that this aim was achieved and that the show can help in the personal development of those who will benefit from that contribution. Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit took the opportunity during a courtesy call with the new Secretary General of the Commonwealth to shed light on some of the social issues plaguing the country and also to tout his government's efforts to deal with those issues. During Baroness Patricia Scotland's inaugural visit as the official head of the Commonwealth, the Prime Minister stated that there is a direct correlation between the economic strain and the social problems in the Caribbean.
I believe that if we can fix some of those economic issues, we can also fix some of the social issues because they're linked. If you look at all our spending in every Caribbean country, you'll see in the last 10 years we've had to increase dramatically our social spending. And I'm excluding health and I'm excluding education, just on social safety nets to provide housing for the disadvantaged, access to education, access to land tenureship, a number of social interventions.
According to the Prime Minister, small states within CARICOM continue to struggle economically and continue to be burdened by debt. He noted that it is important for those who have left to pursue further studies abroad return to help with the economic development of the country, and he assured that the government will continue to try to make the country more attractive to expats.
But I believe that if you can invest in the country and create better opportunities for people, then we could have them come here to create wealth within the country.
Skerrit implored the Baroness to continue to do what is within her power to assist countries in the OECS and CARICOM and work with the heads of government as they attempt to remedy their economic crises. Also making the headlines, traffic was severely impacted by the closure of the southbound bridge in Canefield near Auto Trade earlier this morning. Due to a two-vehicle accident, all traffic headed toward the city had to be diverted to the northbound bridge, essentially making it a two-way street. Traffic was backed up all the way to Maho and Fokole. Some commuters opted to get off buses and walk the rest of the way. Police officers were on the scene and the accident remains under investigation. Next up in the news, with the recent water shortages that the West Coast has been experiencing since the passage of Tropical Storm Erica last year, the West Coast Cooperative Credit Union has taken the initiative to bring relief to its members and prospective members by offering unsecured water tank loans. The maximum loan amount under this facility is based on the size of the tank which is desired. And the West Coast Cooperative Credit Union offers $2,000 for a 200-gallon tank and only $69 monthly, $2,500 for a 400-gallon tank for only $86 monthly, and $3,000 for a 600-gallon tank for only $104 monthly, $3,500 for an 800-gallon tank for only $121 monthly, and $4,000 for a 1,000-gallon tank for only $139 monthly, and that's according to the marketing officer, Casmin John. John explained that whichever loan is selected by the member will include the price of the tank, fittings and pipes required for installation, as well as the cost of installation and transportation and the plumber's fee. The credit union has partnered with J. Astafan and Company Limited, and they have agreed to offer a greater discount to all members who actually take this loan. Also in the news, a facilitation workshop for individuals involved in the trade sector on the island will commence this week. Shana Esprit gives us details on what participants can expect.
The Ministry of Trade, Energy and Employment of the Commonwealth of Dominica, in collaboration with the OECS Commission, the International Trade Center, and the United Nations Conference on Trade and Development, will be hosting a two-day workshop on implementation of the WTO Agreement on Trade Facilitation in the OECS Economic Union. This workshop will be held in Dominica from April 7th to the 8th. The Trade Facilitation Agreement outlines a set of trade-related measures for its membership, which are geared at improving the efficiency, expediency, and transparency in customs procedures and promoting cooperation amongst officials, other border control agencies, and the private sector. The National Trade Facilitation Workshop will seek to improve participants' understanding and appreciation of the TFA and its relevance to economic growth and development in Dominica, and by extension, the OECS Economic Union. It is expected that this national workshop will provide an opportunity for public and private sector stakeholders to better understand Dominica's obligation in the multilateral trading arena, as well as the opportunities for increased and improved trade investment, doing business status, and economic activity to be derived from implementing the agreement. Shana Esprit, CBN4 News.
And 5 young ladies from various communities in Dominica will vie for the title of Miss Mayfest 2016 in Marigot. And they are Osdell Prince, 20 of Marigot, Nadia Boyd, 20 of the Kalinago territory, Charmaine Eustache, who's 17 of Petit Soufrier, Lisa Francis, 20 of Castle Bruce, and Teresa Baptiste, 20 of Wesley. Each contestant will be launched in their respective communities on April 23rd. They are expected to compete in 4 segments: talent, swimwear, evening wear, and question and answer. The event will be held at the Marigot Fisheries Complex on April 30th from 8 p.m. Over the years, the pageant has expanded to the neighboring communities, and this year marks the 10th year of this pageant. Christelle Durand, 20 of Castlebruce, won the 2015 Mayfest title. Public Relations Officer for the Marigot constituency, Nicola James, has more on the activities for Mayfest 2016.
We start with the ecumenical service on the 24th, and that is at the Marigot Christian Union Church. On the Friday, we have a bar line. That is there's a truck that goes to various bars in the community that have registered for the event. So they go to give them support and that kind of thing, and to basically do a more promo. So we have our sponsors like Kubuli and those that come on board and to sell the products, and most times the sponsors of the events also get an opportunity to launch products if they have.
All right.
They sell lime top up, Digicel top up, that kind of thing.
Okay. What else?
And on the 30th of April, which is a Saturday, at 7, I think it starts at 7 in the morning, there is a National Trail Hike segment number 7.
And segment number 7 is where exactly?
I think that's in Hatton Garden too.
Okay.
I've never done it, but I wrote about it.
So will you be?
Yes, I'll be taking part this time around.
Okay.
And on Saturday, April 30th, there's a National Beach Volley Festival in the day. And in the night, which is Saturday night at 8 p.m. at the Marigot Fisheries Complex, this will be our pageant. And then the next night, which is a Sunday, there's a national athletic competition with Westmore Rangers in the day. And in the night, we have the band splash. And then we have an international artist coming from Trinidad this year.
That was CBN4's Shanna Esprit speaking with Nicola James. The events will culminate with a family fun day on May 2nd. Secretary General of the Commonwealth, Baroness Patricia Scotland, says party politics will not be a factor in her new role at the helm of the Commonwealth. Although the opposition party, the United Workers' Party, had expressed their dissatisfaction with regards to her nomination last year, the Baroness made it abundantly clear that she intends to embrace all the people of the Commonwealth, not only Dominica.
This is not a political post. This is about making the Commonwealth, and that is the more than 2 billion individuals who are citizens. This is about making all of them come together in partnership. And I am sad if people want to make this a party political issue. I'm sure most people won't, because I'm not in local politics. This is not about local politics. The role that I have taken up is a role for all 53 Commonwealth nations.
The Baroness noted that although she is proud to be Dominican, she is aware that her allegiance belongs to 53 countries.
It doesn't matter their politics, their race, their religion, their sex, their gender, their orientation. Each citizen of the Commonwealth demands from me the same quality of service. So if there are people who want to involve this issue into a local party political matter, of course I can't say anything about that. All I need to say to the people of Dominica is that's not what my day job's going to be. I'm afraid my concentration has to be on all of us.
Baroness Patricia Scotland visited Dominica last week to launch the reconstruction of the Resource Center. And next up in the news, family and friends are trying to cope with the sudden passing of 25-year-old Sinead Bertrand of Dublin. Bertrand was found unresponsive early Sunday morning. According to Police Public Relations Officer, Acting Inspector Pelham John Baptist, Bertrand's lifeless body was discovered at her mother's residence in Dublin. Although no official report on the cause of death has been released and a post-mortem has been scheduled, Bertrand's adopted grandmother, Rosette Bertrand, said that the mother of one had recently been diagnosed with epilepsy and that could have played a part in her untimely death. Her body was discovered by her younger brother, who went in to check on her that morning. Sinead Bertrand was pronounced dead at the hospital, and investigations are ongoing. That takes us to the end of the Primetime News Package. If you've missed any of the stories, you can catch up on cbn4.com or visit our Facebook page. And if there's ever a story you'd like to cover, feel free to email us at cbn4news@gmail.com. But until our next broadcast, I am Sheena Harry. Thank you for watching.